Hello, I'm the Pageant Nerd, and I know I said my next videos would be my predictions clips for Miss Universe 2023, but I'm throwing in a bonus contender preview before registration wraps up and the pageant proper gets underway. I've had a few requests for a video on the dark horse contenders, those that may pull a surprise despite having a weak sash or with little buzz around them. As I regularly say in these types of videos, these are merely my observations. I really don't take myself that seriously to think these selections are absolute and the only ones that could be made. Therefore, I hope you don't take my selections too seriously either. I'm more than happy for you to have differing opinions. Please just be kind in offering them up. I've pulled this preview together a little quicker than my usual videos, so you can watch it before the pageant activities get underway. Okay, let's get started with a look at 10 dark horses in alphabetical order who might make a mark without much hype at Miss Universe 2023. Some of you have rightly stated Australia is arguably a Miss Universe powerhouse nation, or close to it. I agree, but after Monika Radulovic made top 5 in 2015, my beloved Aussies have made the top 10 just once, and the first cut twice. Maria Wilson has a good chance of pulling a pleasant surprise like Monique Riley did last year. Maria is a 22-year-old model and children's sports coach, teaching the importance of physical fitness to young girls. It's been 19 years since Jennifer Hawkins won Australia's second Miss Universe crown, and since then there have been 4 top 5s and 4 top 10s. 21 placements in total, 17 of those top 10 and 11 top 5. Australia is a 3-time Miss Congeniality and 1-time Miss Photogenic. This Middle Eastern nation has Filipino PR mogul and talent manager Josh Yugen at the helm of its Miss Universe campaign, as does Pakistan, which I'll get to shortly, as well as Egypt. Lujain Yaqub is only the 3rd woman to represent her country at Miss Universe, with Bahrain debuting in Israel in 2021. Lujain is an advocate for women's empowerment and education. She's a 19-year-old actress, dancer and model who hopes to study creative arts in London someday. Here's some trivia. Bahrain is only the 3rd country located wholly or partially on the Arabian Peninsula to compete in Miss Universe. The others? Iraq and Jordan. None of these nations have made the semis thus far. Will Lujain be the first? I conducted a very informal survey on my Instagram asking you for your dark horse picks, and Issy came up a number of times, so here she is. Undun Issy Marie Princess is a 22-year-old 3rd-year management student at university, is active in the Cameroon Women's Action Group, and committed to helping fight cancer. Some of you may remember that I picked Cameroon's Miss Universe debutante in 2020 to make an impact, after what I thought was a thrilling performance in prelims. But sadly she did not. Fingers crossed that Issy can defy her new sash and make the semis. The stunning Celeste Viel is another who's high on many pageant watchers' lists, and she's certainly on my radar. The 24-year-old is studying public relations at a university in Florida. She's also a holistic health coach and an international ambassador for the Youth of Human Rights Foundation. While Chile is a 1-time winner thanks to Cecilia Bolocco in 1987, they've placed only 3 times since then, most recently in 2004. They did, however, win Miss Congeniality last year and the Social Impact Award in 2021. Kim Rosson is a track and field athlete, occupational therapist and model whose advocacies are women in sports and helping the elderly. 26-year-old Kim has some big shoes to fill after Gabriela dos Santos' top 5 finish in 2022, Curaçao's best Miss Universe result since its first runner-up in 1968. With another 2 top 10s and a top 21 since 2015, Curaçao performs incredibly well for a country of just 160,000 people. In 1997, Verna Vasquez finished first in prelims and won swimsuit and evening gown on finals night, but fell short in the top 6 Q&A round. Curaçao has 8 placements overall and won Miss Congeniality in 1966. Full disclosure, I'm largely including Isabella because she's the host delegate, and historically they've performed well at Miss Universe when they otherwise might not. In fact, since Miss Universe was first held outside mainland United States in 1972, only 15 out of 51 host nations have failed to place, which you can see here. Notable examples of placing home nations include 2023 host El Salvador, which made top 12 in its first staging of the pageant in 1975, with its only previous placement, a first runner-up finish in 1955, and only 2 more since then, consecutive semi-finals in 1995 and 96. In 1977, the Dominican Republic secured its first ever placement on home soil, as did Vietnam in 2008. Isabella is nonetheless an impressive delegate, and it would be wonderful to see her make the cut. Jessica Page, who turned 28 on October 28, is a model who advocates for women's education and women in business. Having gone unplaced for 29 years between 1984 and 2012, Great Britain has made the semis 5 times in the past decade, highlighted by Amy Willerton's top 10 finish in 2013. Statistically, British women had a stronger record when they represented their constituent countries, as opposed to Great Britain alone. Up until 1990, England, Scotland and Wales were represented individually, placing a total of 33 times between them and finishing first runner-up 4 times. In 1991, 3 became 1, as a single delegate representing firstly the United Kingdom and now Great Britain. Congratulations to Erica Robin, who'll forever hold the distinction of being the first woman to represent Pakistan at Miss Universe, having been crowned in a ceremony in the Maldives. Conservatives in her majority Muslim country say that many Pakistanis, and indeed the government, don't approve of Erica, a Christian, or any woman for that matter, competing in Miss Universe. Also noting, Pakistan's national director is Josh Yugan, a Filipino based in Dubai. Nonetheless, Erica is proud to be making history. She's a 24-year-old fashion model from Karachi who campaigns against gender bias and workplace inequality. And she also supports a charity for children with Down syndrome. Another queen who generated some pre-arrival buzz was Singapore's Priyanka Anuncia. And while 26-year-old Priyanka shares a first name with a very famous former Miss World, her country has something in common with this year's host nation. Both Singapore and El Salvador have previously hosted Miss Universe once, and both of them had a rare placement in their respective years. Marian Nicole Teo for Singapore in 1987, and Carmen Figueroa for El Salvador in 1975, as I already mentioned. Singapore made its third and most recent placement in 2021, ending a 34-year drought. Priyanka has studied business law and criminology. She's also a personal trainer who runs a body-positive clothing brand, Bodsative. She supports an organisation that rescues and integrates victims of human trafficking and sexual exploitation. As the first black woman to represent Spain at Miss Universe, Atenea Perez is breaking barriers. Her victory in July this year, while historic, was sadly and predictably met with racist remarks on social media. As her advocacy, Atenea is fighting for racial equality and racial integration in her country. With parents from Spain and Equatorial Guinea, 27-year-old Atenea competed in Miss World Spain in 2013 and went unplaced. Spain has a rich history at Miss Universe, with its 1974 title, 2 first runners-up, 3 second runners-up, 8 top 5s, 13 top 10s, and 19 placements overall. As I've covered previously, Spain is one of 3 nations, alongside Thailand and Trinidad and Tobago, to have won each of Miss Universe's main special awards, Miss Congeniality, Miss Photogenic, and Best National Costume at least once. Alrighty, that's my very quick look at some of the dark horses for Miss Universe 2023. Have you got any others in mind? Leave them in the comments below. As the Queens are arriving in El Salvador and go through fittings and registration, attention will now turn to the activities on the ground. I'll be back next with my predictions video, so keep an eye out for them. And this time, I mean it. Happy Miss Universe season! I have a feeling it's going to be a fantastic pageant. I hope you'll enjoy it as much as I will, and please be kind to your fellow pageant lovers, no matter where they're from or who they cheer for. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe, thumbs up, and super thanks if you're able to support this channel. Thanks for watching. I'm the Pageant Nerd. Bye for now.